Hi, how you doing? It's your YSRA'EL, and I want to start on Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Now this describes, without a shadow of doubt, who the Israelites are. Without a shadow of a doubt. There is no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. Alright, check this out. Deuteronomy 28. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I have commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations. Now, if you do all the commandments as a nation, all the commandments in the Most High, he will set you above all nations as a nation. All of these blessings shall come unto thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed thou shalt be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy womb and thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, and the increasing of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in. Blessed thou shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessings upon thee in thy storehouses, meaning money and goods and success, and in all that thou settest thy hand to do. Now, he will bless us in all our hands where I says thou to do, but that is not happening to this nation right now because they're not paying attention to God's words. They're on the street going crazy. Okay? And he shall bless thee in a land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. And the Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, and the fruit of thy kind, in thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy ground, in a land which the Lord swore unto their fathers to give them. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasures, the heavens, to give the rain unto thy land in his seasons, and to bless all the works of thy hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath, like we are now today. If thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them, and thou shalt not go outside from any of the words which I have commanded thee this day, to do to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. That means in your Christian church, your Baptist church, all your churches, everywhere, including Islam. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all the commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now you believe what y'all doing is exciting. You believe what y'all doing is right. You believe what y'all doing is good, but it's a curse upon all of us as a nation. People are seeing you and they believe that you are an astonishment and a proverb and a byword as a people. Verse 16, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall thou be by the basket in thy store, and everything you do will be cursed. Cursed shall thou be in the fruit of the body, and in the fruit of the land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing and vexing and rebuke in all that thou settest thy hands unto for to do, until thou be destroyed and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings whereby thou hast forsaken me. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land, where thou goest to possess it. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword. This is happening today. We're getting sick, we're leading all kinds of diseases, and so forth and so on. And we're killing each other left and right. The Lord shall smite thee with the consumption, with the fever, and with the inflammation, and with the extreme burning, and with the sword, and with the blasting, with the mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be as brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be as iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. And that's what's happening. We're killing each other. Drugs, alcohol, killing each other. You name it. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And thy carcass shall be meat unto all the fowls of the air, unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. The Lord will smite thee with the box of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scabs, and with the itch, wherefore thou cannot be healed. The Lord shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in the darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no one shall save thee. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. That is going on right now. They building a house, not dwelling in. All the men are not inside their houses that they built. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and no man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy asses shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy sons and daughters, thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail for longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no man might in their hands. Back in slavery, you lost your kids, separated because of the slave trade. And during that time, there was a lot of anguish and anger, and there was people was upset losing their kids. That's going on today. That's going on today. These people are shipping your kids to Canada and other people, giving your kids that you put up for adoption, that you lost because of your violent life, and went into foster care, and wound up getting adopted from another family in Canada somewhere. You have a hard time getting your kids back through the legal system once you mess up. Not as simple as that. At this time, anybody who calls social services and the social services will find something wrong with your dealings with your kids in any way, can take away your kids, put them up for adoption, make them a ward of the state, put them up for adoption, and another family will take them. Thou shalt betroth. Wait. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy any eyes shall look and fall with loneliness for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy head. The fruit of thy land and all the laborers, and shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. What's going on today? What's going on in slavery? They put us in the cotton fields and so forth, and plantations and so forth, and we did all the work, and we get no fruit of the work. Same thing happened nowadays. We're working in Burger King and McDonald's, and what happens? You get a little bit of payment while they get ripped in millions upon millions of dollars on your labor, and you working on minimum wage. Some of you are satisfied with that. The fruit of thy land and all of thy labor shall another nation which thou knowest not eat up. And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and the legs with a sore, a botch that cannot be healed. From the soles of thy foot unto the top of thy head, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shall serve other gods, wood and stone. So that happened in slavery. When we came over here, we started serving other gods, Christianity, Islam, and so forth and so on. And God said, what is it? unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other. And I'll stress that again. Other. Stress it one more time. Other gods, wood and stone. And thou shalt become an astonishment. What's going on? Back in the days, we were black faces and coons and all that stuff like that they used to call us back in the day. But it's still happening today. With the movies we put out. With the brothers on the corner acting muck, acting crazy, shooting people for no damn reason other than drugs. To get money. Shooting each other. And killing the people you sell the drugs to. The rap music, the crazy things y'all do in these videos. And thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb and a byword among all nations, with the Lord shall lead thee. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shall not gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Much seed in the field, and the locust consume it. Same thing. Working for 6,000 hours, and you get millions, and these companies get millions and millions of dollars off your back of your labor. For an hour, your worth to your company is no more than a hamburger, fries, and a soda. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in. The same thing happened in slavery. But in slavery, you did all the work and did get nothing. For the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine, nor gather the grapes, for the worm shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy olives shall cast his fruits. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Social services during slavery. They used to take your kids, put them into slavery. And all thy trees and the fruits of thy land shall the locust consume. The strangers, and I'm going to say that again. The strangers, I'm going to say it one more time. The strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. So anybody outside of Israel, especially the Caucasian race, will get up above us very high. And thou shalt come down very low. Activities on the streets nowadays. The shit they do. Killing each other, murdering each other. Drugs, overdose, dying, families being ripped apart by drugs and violence. He shall lend to thee. You got cars. You got to get a loan for a car. You got to get a loan for a house. You got to get a loan for almost everything. And thou shalt not lend to him. What do we have to lend to him? Nothing. He shall be the head. He shall be the head, the stranger. Okay? The stranger will be a head to Israel. And he tells you all your things. He tells you what to do. He tells you what's good to wear. He tells you what trends to put out there on the street. Through his videos, through his TV, and through personal conversations. And thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearken not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and you don't. You don't hearken to the voice of the Lord God. You hearken to the stranger that was set above you, that got up very high, and you very low. Moreover, these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearken not unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So whoever is above you is not about God, because you hearken not unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So he cannot be guiding you to God. Okay? To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. By these signs and wonders, Israel will be discovered. People will know who Israel is by these signs and wonders on our race. It is actually a curse. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness. You serve not the Lord thy God with joyfulness. You serve an idol called money. You serve a make-believe God called Baal. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, in the want of all things. That's why you do what you do. You sell your drugs, you go buck wild, get the fame, get the car, get the wealth, and all that stuff like that, so-called wealth, that you don't last too long with in the first place. Your little taste of wealth. It's worth your life. If you don't try to get a taste of wealth, then you ain't nothing. But in 6 years, the person you saying that, it ain't going to be nothing, because they're going to be in jail or dead. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. That's America, when we was in Africa. From the ends of the earth, as swift as eagle flight. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. At the time we were speaking Hebrew. Obviously we didn't understand the king's English. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the ends of the earth, as the swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor show favor to the young. He shall eat the fruit of the cattle and the fruit of thy land, until ye be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee. Either corn, wine, or oil, or incense of their kind, or flocks of their sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall beseech thee in all thy gates. Everything we try to do, he's there. It's in the colleges, it's in the businesses. He judges if you get it or not. Most of the brothers can't even go to college no more, because they're not being accepted. And if they are accepted, they're having a hard time getting a job coming out of college. Beseech thee in all thy gates until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land. He shall beseech thee in all thy gates throughout all the land which the Lord thy God hath gave thee. That includes your religions, your original religion, called Israel or Jews religion. Beseech thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy God hath given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons, of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee, in the siege, in the straitness, wherein thy enemies shall thrust thee. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother. That's what's happening nowadays. I mean, you look at a brother nowadays. I mean, your brother look at you, chilling, how you doing, and look at you all strange, like, what that was about. Like they want to kill you or something. They don't even know you. You know? Ridiculous. And towards the wife of his bosom. That's going on right now. We cannot stand the sisters. Some of us. A lot of us is disappointed in her. And towards the remnants of his children, which he shall leave. How many single parents out there? How many single mothers out there nowadays? No father at all. They're always leaving. Getting pregnant, leaving. So that he will not give to any of them of flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left him in the siege. We are broke. We got nothing. We are broke. We have nothing. And we can't have nothing. We have nothing to do. We have nothing to give our children because we don't have no damn jobs. In the straitness wherein thy enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. They supply you with drugs, alcohol, these religions, that's false. In all your gates. That includes your religions. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the soles of her feet upon the ground for delicateness' sake and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom. That's happening all over the world with black people, or so-called black people. That's happening all over the world. Women are getting angry, mad. I mean, they get angry for things, for nothing, just to get angry or talk about. They haven't got a click. Where are all the good black men at? And when she finds a good black man, what happens? She tried to degradate him and make him a non-good black man. And towards her son, and towards her daughter, and towards her young ones that cometh out from beneath her feet, and towards her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things. This is what's happening. Alright? Neglect. Not paying attention to your kids. Just trying to party. Find out $1 million black man or white man. Secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of his law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name, Lord thy God, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful. 8. Skin cancer. No, not skin cancer. Cancer. Lupus. You name it. The Lord will make the plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore and sickness, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of the law. Then will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for the multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy God. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoices over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. Now, we got a problem. If we don't get into this book and learn the ways of the Most High and practice it and teach it, after America crashes, we're not going to have nowhere to go. Because we're going to what? We're going to be what? And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. If you leave America, anywhere you go, you will be sent away, scorned. Everybody gonna hate you. And as simple as that. This is your only choice. Now is the time, because America is crashing. You don't want to be a wanderer. You don't want to be a vagabond out there when America crashes and you are forced to leave America. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all the people. He scattered us among all the people. You have people in London, you have people in Switzerland, you have people in Europe, you have people in Australia, black people. You have people in South America, you have people in Mexico, you have people all over the place. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Now let's get back to your religions. Religions of wood and stone. As simple as that. Wood and stone. Gods. Well, God was a being on a tabernacle on the Most High, on a mountain, on a hill. Now you worshiping stone gods, statues. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the soles of thy feet have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling of heart. We've been having a trembling of heart in this country for more than 400 years, even when Kennedy helped us get our freedom, or so-called freedom, during the 60s. And Martin Luther King and so forth and so on. Lord shall give thee there a trembling of heart, and a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang into doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. Drive-bys, drugs, dealing drugs, kids getting shot in the street, people chasing you all through your neighborhood and beyond. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were evening. I wish it was evening. And at the evening thou shalt say, would God it were morning. I wish it was morning. For the fear of thy heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. I'm going to say that again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now you got to go into your history book. If this is really Egypt, Egypt didn't use no ships to get the slaves there. The slaves voluntarily went to Egypt. Went to Egypt from was that the Nubian nation, went to Egypt, stayed there for more than 500 years, and during that time they got enslaved. So where in the heck did the ships come from? There is no record in history that people went into slavery with ships. So in one history, our trip to America through the Atlantic slave trade. So you have to be Israel. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, again with ships, by the way wherewith I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, no man shall free you. I don't know about you, but that describes us to a living tape. There is no question about it. There is no question about it. So why are you calling yourself Christian? Why are you calling yourself Muslims? Why are you calling yourself Buddhists? To other gods that don't look like you. But Jesus do. God do. Why are you not calling yourself Israel or Israelites? It says it right there in the book. Right there. Stop believing in what people tell you. It's going to do you no good at the end. You can worship on Sunday all you want. If you don't get the truth, hellfire. That's all you're going to get. I'm going to stay 18 years for the damn truth. And I know I haven't. It's simple as that. Deuteronomy 28. There's no better descriptions all throughout the Bible who Israel is. Was that said? Shalom.